Hello and welcome to the 1000th video for this channel. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to play some bots and I'm going to use some openings, well, a opening that was recommended by a chess master online, the Kali Zuckertort variation. So let's take a look at it, see what we can learn from it. All right, so in this opening, you start out with d4 instead of e4 because e4, there's a lot of responses that your opponent has, whereas d4 kind of limits it a little bit. Usually they'll play d5 like they did in this, or they'll play this knight to f6 move. So in the Kali Zuckertort, we want to put a pawn on d4, bring a knight up to f3, so we can push this pawn here. It fortifies the center. It does block this bishop in, but we want to fianchetto this bishop so it'll be aiming up here at the king side. All right. Also, we want to bring our bishop up here and get ready to castle. This will help us control the e4 square. And now we might as well just bring this knight up here to cover the other knight. We can get ready to fianchetto our bishop. So now the other knight is developed. We fianchetto. And something else, if the knight attacks our bishop here, well then we can retreat, push the A pawn, chasing that knight away, and then move our bishop back to where it was. Okay, what did this move do? I don't know, kind of a defensive move. It keeps the knight out of here, but this bishop queen battery was doing that already. All right, we might as well just go ahead and castle. Or perhaps they want to try and start a pawn storm down through here. Okay, so another strategy in this opening is to push the f pawn. Preferably your knight would be up here, and then you could push that f pawn. So maybe I waited too long. We'll go ahead and push this to keep the knight from coming in. All right, centralize our rook. And, oh, this could be a threat here. So let's go ahead. We'll bring the rook up there to protect, because then later maybe we can double rooks after we move our bishop and push this c pawn. All right, so their king is stuck in the middle. We should probably try and open things up a little bit. Now, another common theme in this opening is to push either the e pawn to e4 or push the c pawn up here to c4, which might be a good move, but we probably should try and start opening things up. Let's go ahead and try that way. Okay. Well, we might as well capture. Then what now? I guess we should try and just keep opening things up here. But I have to watch out because we're going to have 3 attackers here. If I push this pawn up, then we'll only have 1, 2 defenders. All right, what now? Well, we'll just keep pushing forward. Maybe we can gain space on the queen side. Chase this knight, perhaps. We'll go there. So now we've gained space. It does allow that. So we'll just move over. And we could grab the half-open file. So we'll target this pawn. Now, should we go after that pawn immediately? Maybe. Maybe we just go after that pawn. The only problem, that could lead to some counterplay, but I don't think it would be enough of a problem. All right, so back to our original plan. We'll go here, get ready to push our... Okay, so now do we give up? Well, we're going to give up our bishop pair anyway. If we go here, we can knock that bishop out. Do we take this knight? That knight's not really doing much there, but he will be able to develop his other knight. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it, I think. Wreck his pawns. Oh, his queen can come over, though. All right, so we'll go there. So we're just kind of trading down into the end game. Let's build the Alekhines gun, where you triple everything up. So, that looks pretty strong. Okay. Might as well attack the queen, get her knight involved, get everything into the game. Now what? I guess we could move up here on the 7th rank. Attempt to place... Well, if we move that... Oh, why not just go after... We do have to watch out for any back rank mates. So I might as well create a little escape hatch. All right. Huh. All right, what do we do here? We can go after the king. If we go here, the rook could capture and get involved, and then, that's not looking so good. Let's get that king on the run. We go there. Check. Get our queen involved. All right, what now? Huh. Oh, we can just go there. And then pick off his queen. And then pick off the knight. Do we have anything better? What if we... Well, I don't want to get too carried away. So, might as well just trade down into a winning end game. We're ahead by what, 2 pawns? Um, we'll go there. All right, now what? Hmm. Let's gain space here. Oh, well, now we can just trade down even further, so we might as well do that and just, win the game after this. We'll just use our extra pawns, get our king activated. All right, now I made it a little bit trickier for myself, didn't I? So let's go after this isolated pawn over here. And sorry this is taking so long, but now we're pretty much winning. I'll just push the passed pawns up the board. Grab the opposition. All right, so now we have a choice. Do we just push another pawn? Or do we do that immediately? He'll have to block and we'll force him out to the edge of the board after we push another pawn. So we go there. Now he's got to move out to the side and then we can promote and win. All right. We'll just finish this off. Now we can just deliver the mate. Yeah, that took longer than I wanted it to. So this says it was the queen's pawn opening anti-Tory attack, but look up the Kali Zuckertort. We kind of veered off. I'm gonna choose. Well, let's do a quick game review and see what happened during that game. It looks like, well, if it calculates out here, I played at 85.8% accuracy. The computer was 77.1. The bad moves, 5 inaccuracies for me and 1 miss, 8 for my opponent and 2 mistakes. And it looks like I played at a 1950 level versus 1450 for the bot. Okay, that was a 1200 bot. I'm going to jump it up to, I don't know, a 1400 bot. So where's the 1400 at? Okay, here we go. And hopefully there'll be less mistakes by the computer here. So once again, we start with d4. Then we're going to bring our knight up here, protecting. We could have even chased that knight with d5, but in order to get the setup that we're looking for, we're going to go ahead, develop the bishop here along the stud. Now this is what I was talking about. If they attack your bishop, you can drop back. Then you can chase that knight away and move your bishop back where it was. So we're going to go here, fianchetto our other bishop. Okay, so they went ahead and attacked. So now we don't want them to fork us. You want to prevent that. And usually you want to attack with the smaller piece. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right. We'll bring Oh, actually, we can help defend that with the fianchettoed bishop here. So they add more pressure to it. We'll bring our knight up here. Might as well castle. Okay, so they give up the bishop pair and they give up a valuable fianchettoed bishop. And we still have ours, so this could be very dangerous for our opponent. I'm going to go ahead and attack. If he takes our bishop, it does get rid of our bishop pair. All right, so they went this way, which just helps me develop my queen. All right. Do we attack here? We'll just line up on his queen. Okay. All right. Oh, we don't want to go there. We'll get attacked. So let's go here maybe. Attacking the knight. And then this pins that pawn to the queen. All right, might as well just start opening things up so we can get up here after that. All right, so we go there. All right, I think we got to drop back, defend the pawn. And what now? We'll go there and defend. So maybe I botched this up a little bit. I thought I'd have a bigger advantage. I mean, we are ahead by +2, so that's not bad. Need to get this other rook activated, so I might as well work on that. Okay. Well, I'm ahead in material, so I might as well trade down. All right. Get my king into the end game, which is always important. Oh, I overlooked that, I guess. But now we can just start pushing forward. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess I gotta go in that direction. So let's just push this pawn. Now they have to give up their bishop or we would have promoted, but we have a check. And what next? Oh, this could be a danger here. If they push this pawn and we start taking and they end up trying to fork our bishop and our king, so that's not so good. So let's immediately attack the rook. Okay, we might as well get rid of more material. When you're ahead in material, you want to trade pieces off and then use your extra piece or pieces like this bishop to promote. So what now? Should get the king involved. Activate this bishop. So I'll go there. There we go. Check. All right, now the opponent should be trying to trade off pawns like this. So I'm going to go here. That way, if they would have taken, we'll go ahead and do that. That way, they only have 2 pawns. 2 against 2. So here, we're going to move over. He has to protect his pawn. Now it's unprotected. We have a passed pawn, and that'll be enough to win. So we can just drop back here and defend both of our passed pawns. We start pushing our passed pawn forward. Or, no, these aren't passed pawns. I mean, you know what I mean. Defend these pawns over here. So here we go. We push our passed pawn. The king can do nothing while we just promote and then win. All right. I'll hurry up, try to finish this up and then move on to one more game using this Kali Zuckertort. And I'll try and play a 1600 rated bot. Okay, what is the best way to do this? Well, we might as well just pick off this pawn. And then now we can trap the king on the back rank here. And then use our bishop to help us deliver the mate. Just make sure we don't stalemate. All right, so now we can go here and deliver the mate on the next move. Okay, quick game review, and then I'll do one more game. Let me know in the comments if there's something you would like to see in future videos. So it looks like I made a mistake. Apparently, I played at a 2100 level versus 1500 for the computer. I had 6 inaccuracies, the computer had 5. I had 1 mistake, but the computer had 5 mistakes. Let's see what this one blunder was. So I had a blunder. Oh, they wanted me to push this up. Why would that be any good? So apparently the best move would be to go there. They would capture. What? What is that craziness? All right, yeah, that would have been a crazy continuation. Okay, so I don't drag this out too long, let's play one more, a 1600. So we have to go to the advanced section. Where's a 1600? Here we go. We'll play Pablo. All right. Now, playing a higher level, 1600 versus those 12 and 1400s. Let's see how they play differently. All right. We're going for the... So this is the Kali system so far, where we go here. And now we want to play the Zuckertort Kali variation. And we probably should have just immediately, I probably should have brought my knight up earlier. But we'll go there now. Bring the other knight up to back the first knight up. Then we can castle. Okay, so we're going there. And like I said, we can chase this knight away. Like that. And then put the bishop back where it was. And we could drop back attacking that knight, but then they could play this move. All right, we'll drop back because now we have an attack going. Huh. Okay. Well, do we attack the queen? Let's just castle. We'll go ahead and castle. We could attack the queen with the knight as well. All right, I think I'm going to play the common theme of pushing up to f4. Now we can attack the queen. We can jump into the center. Oh, but then we'll end up trading material, it looks like, because their queen is under attack. But that does help us bring our rook into the center. And we could capture and wreck their pawns over here. So I think we'll do that. Now we can go after this unprotected pawn. Huh. The only thing is he could push forward. And then if we capture, we'll have doubled pawns. All right, no matter. If he does that, then we'll... Oh, I guess I overlooked that bishop. So just remember, if there's any bishops hanging out, they may be able to capture. Okay. So now, what do we do? Attack? All right, I'm going to go ahead, knock that out. Now we can go after this one. Does this do anything? No, not if we defend it by going there. Or do we go here? I think we'll go there. Then we can chase that knight away. And then pick this off. All right, so now we'll go here, threatening the king and trading some material off. And we might as well double the rooks on the open file, take control of that. Okay, here our king can activate. Actually, we should just go ahead and wreck his pawns even more. Just capture. Okay. Well, let's attack there. Because if he captures, we're going to have, we could have had a problem there. All right. Well, let's mess his pawns up even more. And what now? We'll go here, preventing the king from coming forward. But I don't want to help him fix his pawns or improve his pawns. So I'll go here, attacking. Now we'll go there, and then we can push the... Oh, he defends. All right. Well, let's bring our king up into the game. I guess that didn't last too long. All right. Let's go there. Excuse me. Oh, this could be a problem if the king gets in here. So let's go here with a check. And attack. It looks like we're just going to well, we're just going to trade material down, I guess. And remember, if you go into an endgame like this, you have to be careful that you don't, go into a pawn-only endgame where you're having issues. All right. Let's go after that. Deliver the check. And now what? Get behind the passed pawn and just start running that passed pawn forward. Okay, might as well get our king up. Now what? Just push that forward. All right, so yeah, now we're just winning. We're just going to march these pawns up. Actually, might as well guard this backward pawn by going here. Or I could have just pushed forward and traded material off and then promoted over on this side. So let's go that way. Start marching these up. All right, now what? Just keep pushing the passed pawn. And make sure we don't stalemate. All right, no stalemates looming here. Oh, yeah, we have to be careful. So we'll go there first with a check. then check again, and checkmate. All right, quick game review, and then, I don't know, you can let me know what you think about this Kali Zuckertort opening. You know, maybe I'll play some more of these in a future video, like a part 2. You know, because if you play the bots on a too low of a level, sometimes they'll just make mistakes that, you know, a halfway decent player wouldn't make. It's like they'll play solid and then they just throw in a blunder, which, I mean, people blunder too like that, but the computer, it's a little bit different. So, yeah, that game was a little crazier. 1550, it says I played, and the computer played at a 1200 level, even though it's supposed to be, what, 1600? So, wow. I had 8 inaccuracies and 7 mistakes. I mean, I guess we could take a quick look at this and see what some of these mistakes are. All right, so that was a mistake for them to capture. And then I should have captured with the bishop, apparently. It liked that move better. Anyway, oh, and now there's the common theme of pushing that c-pawn. Okay, well, I don't want to drag the video out longer than we have to. Let's see what they did. They threatened this checkmate in one move here, which is a blunder. Why is that a blunder? I should not have castled. I should have taken the knight with my knight, doubling his pawns. So let's look at the best move. Capture, follow up. We attack the queen. Huh. Okay. You know, then we would be ahead by a pawn. All right. Well, I'm going to end it there. Feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you think about the Kali Zuckertort opening. And then the next Chess Master recommended opening video I'll do will be for the black pieces. You know, and then maybe in the future I'll do some more with the white pieces and the black ones as well. All right. Feel free to leave comments, like and subscribe to support the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and have a super chess day.